Hello and welcome to Wasteland Games Conan Exiles. Thrall selection process. And why do I call it that? Well, okay, so as you progress through the exiled lands, you'll be able to capture thralls. These are captured thralls here. They are people that you have made friends with the Jiffy friend making system in this game, which allows you to make companions out of enemies that you capture. Now, benefit to that is you get soldiers, there's plenty of different kinds of thralls, everything from soldiers to crafting, to these guys here, which are bearers. Now, bearers have a very special place in the game because bearers come with a backpack attached to their head, usually. It's how you identify them as a bearer on sight before looking at any of the nameplates. Each one of these, I think the lowest one here that I have is level 2, and the highest one that I have is a named thrall. There is a difference. You see, a level 2 thrall will have, I want to say 18 slots. But we can double check that real quick here. This one here is level 2. She has 6, 6, and 3, so she's got 15 slots. Now a level 3 thrall, which should be this one right here. These are bearers, as I said before. There's your 12. There's an additional 6 for 18. Plus 2 more. It gives you 20. And then for a named thrall, this one here is named. She's the special one out of the group. She is one of the newer ones that I have and has not been leveled in any way, shape, or form yet. You get 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 24 slots. Their weapons take up at least 1 slot. You'll want to give them something to heal themselves or feed themselves so they can survive longer. Some of them are better with different weapons. This one's good with a spear. Another one that I have is good with a bow. And another one is good with a shield and a sword. So you'll need to figure out which weapons are going to be beneficial to them because of the way they're built. And you'll also want to do that because of the fact that it cuts down on what they can carry for you. For instance, this one here can carry a lot, but she hasn't been leveled at all. This one over here, who has been leveled, Lydia, I think is level 10 or 11. 11. And she's a level 2 slot, so she's only going to be able to carry. She's good with a bow, and then I have 2 things of food for her, or 2 things of healing for her, and a thing of food for her for extra. And then I have my extra pickaxe on her, and she's also okay with a sword and shield. But her primary thing is the bow. You can assign them arrows, but I found out that with either the mods that I'm currently using, which I won't go into, or the current state of the game, that they will eventually revert back to a basic arrow type, so it doesn't matter really what you put in their inventory. You can of course manipulate how close they follow you, how close something has to be to attack them, where their aggro is, their chase speed, chase distance, just general behaviors that are controllable through this menu, as well as their outfit. And if you're using certain mods, you'll have accessories and things like that that you can use. Lydia here is literally the first thrall that I actually got in this game, so she is the highest level one that I think I have outside of some of my pets, because pets count as thralls. So if you have a server that you're on, or you're playing by yourself, and it says, "Oh, I have 20 thralls," you could have a lot and not realize it, because a lot of people don't consider pets, or don't often realize that their pets count in that grouping. And the cell that I am currently in is by the Chaos Mouth. Problem with this is it is a cross cell, so it goes from the desert biome right here down just to the other side of that gate. It turns into the green zone, and because it's the green zone, you get a weather change out and a drastic shift in loading. Effectively, the best area to build in, if you're going to build large and you don't want to worry about weather, or you don't want to worry about lag, is to build into the desert zone, because there's less loading into it. See what I mean? Now, Stitch, who currently runs this server, is in the process of rebuilding his camps. He's got 2 of them that he's currently working on. He had a camp right here, and the problem with that was, because we're all in one clan, the thralls will go back and forth between buildings. Like the thralls from Italian Hippies camp right over here will cross all the way over to my camp to use machines that he doesn't have at his camp, or to get food if they run out. Now, the issue with that is it creates a lot of congestion. So if you throw Stitch's camp right here in the middle, it basically turned it into a nightmare for loading whenever you went into this zone. It's not now, but it was at the time. So consider that when you're building. Also consider the number of lights that you have. I'm just going to say light sources tend to cause issues as well in most game engines. This is built in UE5. It's the current build, the enhanced edition. And I built here. I always try and build at this location. It's my favorite place to build, because it has a wide selection of resources readily available. You have thralls of every denotation that you want. You can get wolves for pets, you can get horses, you can get rhinos, you can get camels, you can get anything basically in this location except water. Water is the one thing that you have to bring into the area or place a well to get. I personally love this game. I think it's beautiful. It's on par with Fallout for world building, or for Dune for world building, or any of those games for world building. This, unfortunately, is a survival game that does not hold your hand, meaning they do not tell you how to get from point A to point B. You have to figure that out on your own. The story is chopped up through sound bites, clips, notes, events, a lot of wonderful storytelling. The creatures are all varied, various. Spiders, you've got rhinos, you've got lions and tigers and bears, oh my, and everything else that you could really want in a game. You are not playing as Conan. Conan is in this game. You are a person that will be talking to Conan at various points in the game, but it is not, you are never playing as him, which is one of the things that a lot of people misconstrue whenever they think about this game. You can play on live servers, you can play on a server like this that you own, you can play on a server that is basically your own private game. Funcom has gone out of their way to try and make this very accessible, very fun, and very interesting to see. They've given you large quantities of building materials. They've given you a vast ability to mod this game. And they've given you a wonderful canvas to make your own projects and artwork, if you're willing to do it. That being said, it does have its drawbacks. For instance, this server will eventually close, and all this that I've built will eventually disappear into the ether. And that is what everyone should get out of it. But there's a lot here to play, a lot here to do, and a lot to explore. And if you're into survival games, and you like trying to find your own special niche within the world that you've built, or the world that you're living in these worlds, you might have a good time with this game. You might have a great time with it with friends, because that's where it really excels. The fact that you can play on a server, the fact that you can have multiple people in that server with you, and you can do pretty much anything you want. The fact that you can actually build an elevator that works. In a game. Bethesda, in all its years of development and pretending to be a game developer, have never figured out how to do this simple thing right here in a game. You can build bars, you can build homes, you can build castles, you can have adventures, you can do anything you want to do. But most of all, you can have fun with your friends. And that's what you really should be looking for in a game. Now back to the thralls thing. Numbered thralls, the higher the number, the stronger they can become. The reason why I primarily use bearers is because bearers have a higher hit point total at the beginning of their life cycle, and can become incredibly highly powerful as far as NPCs go to travel with you, because they are meant to carry your burdens, so to speak, which is why Lydia is named Lydia, because I love Skyrim. But anyway, you guys have fun. I will try and have a good time with this, and hopefully we'll all get through it together. Oh, and by the way, the little mini map up there in the corner of my screen, that's a mod. It doesn't exist in the game normally. It's useful, especially when you have other members of your team or clan running around on the server, and you need to coordinate something like an attack, or you just need to find them, because, well, it's not always easy to do, even with the mini-map sometimes. So, you guys have fun. I'll talk to you later.